welcome back to Sensibly Frugal Living. Today I'm going to be answering two commonly asked questions. One is, what do we have for lunch? What goes in our lunch boxes? I have done a video on this before, but I'll do it again because I've got a few new subscribers. And question two is, what does my husband eat when he's working his night shifts? I hope this video answers those questions for you. I don't share what we have for lunch very often because it doesn't really vary. Even when we're at home, not at school or work, it tends to be sandwiches, fruit, yogurt, things like that. So on this day, I'm doing my children's lunch boxes, and because I'm not working on this day. So they've had a ham wrap, a pain au chocolat, which is like their pudding, if you will. They also have a cheese string each. So on the shop, I tend to buy things like cheese strings if they're on offer, sometimes Baby Bells, sometimes Peperamis. And when they're gone, they're gone. So the lunch boxes tend to get more boring as the week goes on. They also have a Frugal yogurt each. And I done them cucumbers. My daughter's is in the bag because I couldn't fit it in her lunchbox. So that's just cucumber sticks. And they've got my daughter's got an apple. My son has an apple for snack. Because he's in primary school, they have a snack break in the morning, but he's not free school meals. If you're free school meals, the school provide it. So we have to make sure he has a snack in his bag, and he also has a banana in his lunchbox. So that's a ham wrap, cucumber sticks, pain au chocolat, banana, a fruit, and a cheese string. And my daughter's got her apple in the lunchbox and some cucumber sticks. My son's apple is for his snack. I know some schools can be very, very fussy about what you put in lunchboxes, and the pain au chocolat would be a no in some schools, but my school are quite happy. But I think it's if you take the mick and fill your child's lunchbox with total rubbish, that something would be said and you'd be pulled up on it. They also take a bottle of drink with them every day, which they can refill at school if they need to. So this is my work lunch on the weekend. So I had just a ham sandwich, a pain au chocolat and a banana, and that's all I have. Like I said, pretty boring, huh? And that doesn't vary very much at all. I tend to eat what the children don't eat sometimes. So if there's a packet of crisps hanging out in the crisp basket, a flavour nobody particularly likes, that goes in my work bag. But I always say, put fruit in your work bag, because you're more likely to eat it when you're really, really hungry. I find that the same with my kids' lunches. They're more likely to eat fruit in their lunchbox because if they're hungry, they're going to eat it because that's what they've got. So my little lunchbox fits in my work bag, and I take myself a drink as well. Now on to the question I get asked a lot. What does your husband eat when he works nights, and is it included in your food budget? And yes, it is. He eats simple things, scrambled eggs and chorizo. He's been liking that. He'll make an omelette sometimes to use up the leftovers. On this day he had scrambled eggs, chorizo and crumpets. Sometimes he'll have a ready meal, sometimes he'll have a pizza, but he eats his meal about 2:30 in the afternoon. And that gives him time then to get ready for work and leave for 3:20 to get to his shift for 4 o'clock. So it's a really strange shift, like 4 till 12, 4 till 1, 4 till 2, just dependent on what he's got on that day. So when he gets in, he doesn't want to make too much noise cooking. We live in a bungalow, so if you put the air fryer on or the microwave on, it's probably going to wake people up. So I make him something that can go in the fridge. And on this day, I get the part-baked rolls because they stay in the cupboard for ages. And then when you open them, you can just whip them in the freezer, like the spare one. So I just bake it in the air fryer for a couple of minutes, actually put it in again for a little bit. I think it took like 4.5 minutes, this one. And I fill it with salami, some sliced cheese, and then I wrap it in tin foil and get it in the fridge. It doesn't look pretty. It was 10 o'clock at night when I was doing this, and I was very, very tired. He usually eats it before he has a shower and a chill before he goes to sleep. But if he doesn't want it for whatever reason, he'll just leave it in the fridge and I'll pop it in lunchboxes the next day. So I hope this has answered some of those questions, and I'll catch you next time.